Hello, hello, hello. Here for another. This is the screen I ended up on last night. I realised that the internet had dropped out. Just having a sip of my coffee. So I've got a few things to add. Gonna add some Meg's eggs maybe up in here. We've got the library here. Or this could actually be a chocolate shop in here. But anyway, there's still a lot of texture to go in this background. This is like the bare bones, the lines, the colours, and then when I come in and I put the characters in, I'll work on the textures, the shading, the highlights of everything all at once. But this gives me the bare bones background of it. So I think we'll leave this one where it is and keep it moving while we've got backgrounds moving. So that's page 13 and 14 background. We go into the line work here, which is 438 by 222 millimeters. 438 by 222 millimeters, and you'll notice in Procreate, so if that's in centimeters, too large, inches too large, okay, pixels, it gives me maximum layers of 250 layers, but that's going to be a very small, not very workable image. Bring it up to millimeters, which is the page dimensions that I'm working on for the Ingram Spark book layout. It gives me 15 layers, but I'm doing a lot of stuff with merging layers down, so that's kind of helping me out here. Now I'm kind of working on getting the labeling right, so it's B2 page 13, 14, 15, page 15, B2 page 15 outline, B2 page 15 outline, because I want as much what do you call it? I want it to be as useful as humanly possible in the future, so I might be able to use it for colouring in books and stuff like this. Now, there's a lot of outdoorsy scenes in this book, which will become apparent why it is later. Now sketching, I tend to go into sketching, I go in the HB pencil. Streamline, I have it up high. That kind of gives this smooth, kind of twisty line. And if you hold it, it will go straight. So it gives nice smooth lines, I found. So I bring the streamline right up and the HB pencil, and I bring it right up. So I'll be using some of my pre-made gum trees again. Although this will be, hey Rob, how you doing? Rob is who plays Crumpet in Elijah and Crumpet, is here, so welcome Rob. This is the page 15 double page spread backdrop. So yeah, 15, 16 I think, yeah. Try not to get too confused. But I was just going out and showing the gallery before. So this is our background so far. So it's all coming along quite nicely. Don't know how that exposure's looking. That exposure's a bit better. This is how last night's ended up, Rob. Now I'm just thinking, so I've got a library here. These windows, I'm thinking, depending on how much time we got, I kind of want to make them translucent and put some bookshelves in the background, so have them a bit of see-through windows. And obviously here B-O-O, so there's a K missing, or KS or something like that. So this is how we ended up yesterday, Rob. And up here we might have a chocolate shop, which includes Meg's eggs, something like that. As I said on the intro as well, so this is basically just lines and colour, and then when I add the characters in, we'll add texture, we'll add highlights and shading and stuff like that. So this is just basically the bare bones. But I'm wanting to move these backgrounds along. So what do we need? We need one there. We probably need another 5 or something backgrounds. Then I can start up here. I started doing the text. Now let me see if the text gives anything away. I'm just going to block the lens for a bit. Okay, so you can read that. So what I was mucking around with the other night as well, Rob, is, so what I've done here, if I take away that text, and where's my other text? My name is Elijah. Okay. I'm trying to figure out a good way to make the text pop off the page a bit more, because this is quite a high contrast with the award and stuff. So I've kind of, as you can see, I've just gone with the wall colour and shaded it in a bit in that colour scheme, and then got the text over top. It doesn't give any of the story away, but it's not really a secret, but are you aware there's a fun thing to do if your parents agree? So that's, the mystery is still there. So I haven't blown the mystery yet. Okay, so let's get back into this outline. This outline tonight is more out in the wild, out in the wilderness. Got my HB pencil, gonna just try and draw in some landscapey stuff. Bit of you. Why not go black? Not much point having a white HB pencil. I'll take that out. So I'll just kind of, normally this is the kind of the thing which I do really rough, just to give me an idea of space and how space will run. I really want, like, this is going to be one of the pages where the gum trees are going to really shine. I might even have to kind of create a few more gum trees. Elijah and Crumpet are in kind of the bush. Crumpet's looking through binoculars, we're looking at wildlife. And I'm kind of getting a feeling it would be kind of nice to have it a bit twilighty. Would be good. Sketchy background. I like the use of word sketchy. So let's start to try and just bring it. It's actually a pretty simple background. But knowing me, I'll probably find some way of complicating it. Especially a simple background, considering the gum trees we've got already going. Might be nice to have a little, see here I go, I'm already just trying to think of ways that I can complicate things. Bit of a dry river bed or something like that. Now what are we on here? Yeah, I like the monoline to erase because it gives me a nice solid eraser rather than a blotchy eraser. A blotchy eraser is great for creating effects. So, if I'm thinking of oh yes, so did you end up getting any questions that came in late, Rob? What am I doing wrong? That's it there. My stylus just wasn't connecting. That's because I've come in from off the page. That's interesting. Didn't know it did that, or didn't do that as it's the case. No questions. Oh, well, I got a question. My question was, have I got my iPad fixed from Tom Serafini on Instagram? And the answer is no. But you know, I kind of feel that with kids around, it's, you know, as long as it's still usable and it's good, then there's no point replacing it until it's been really smashed good and proper. And as a parent, you realise, sadly, that kind of stuff is just inevitable. Like, it's not a matter of it just won't get smashed. It's a case of just when is it going to get smashed. I've definitely limited when they can use it there. You can only use it when I'm right there now, so no fights as to whether they're watching The Wiggles or Rusty Rivets or Andy's Dinosaur Adventures. We watch all the good things. I wish we watched more Bluey. We used to watch a lot of Bluey. Do you watch much Bluey? The kids are probably too old for Bluey, Rob. Well, I don't know. You cannot be too old for Bluey. I love Bluey. I'm not ashamed to say, I am a raving Bluey fan. I just wish my kids were. I can send you a kids group protector thingy. Yeah, no, that could be good. No Bluey, I need to watch it. Yes, Bluey is fantastic. The only gripe I have with Bluey is the parents are always so willing to play with the kids. I've always got time to play with the kids. And like, I'm not disagreeing with that. You know, it's great to play with your kids, but it's not always practical. You never always have the time. Like as parents, they spend their whole time playing with their kids. Apparently they work. I mean, they're dogs, but you know, it's just who am I to say that it's far-fetched? Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that for a bit. I'm gonna just start bringing in some greenery. One of Bluey's story team is a mate of someone I work with. Small world. Yeah, cool. That is very cool. I'm do you ever remember a Queensland band, Rob, called Custard? I was a big fan of Custard in the 90s, in the grunge era, but they weren't really grunge. Anyway, Custard, the lead singer of Custard, is Bandit, who's Bluey's dad. So there you go. There's a bit of trivia for you. Now, the tricky thing is here, I need to work out. So I think what I'll do is I'll connect these lines now, and then I know what am I doing. I'm getting ahead of myself. Is it even worth saving that as I will save it as an outline page, because then I'm bringing the trees in, I'm bringing the clouds in. It's just so basic, but it's going to be more of what gets filled in here. If I've got any of these pages with clouds, no, I tend to put on the clouds after. Oh wait, there's some clouds here. So I've got the clouds there. Clouds. Now, where did I find it before? Oh yeah, it's in here. Here's the copy. I knew it was there somewhere. Yes. Add, paste. There we go. Now, I can do flip horizontal. And I can also distort a bit, which is cool. Nope, I only got here. Yeah, cloud bases, yeah, no, they should be horizontal, you're right. And that can be arranged by getting this tool here. Oh, go away. Haven't had that happen before. Let me just get out of there. In here. Why is it doing that? It's not what it normally does. Colour fill, I don't want colour fill. That's very strange. Here we go. Yes, of course, as soon as I try and those higher up, they don't have to have straight edge. Altocumulus, or even higher ones, cirrocumulus, which are smaller. Thanks, Google Images. Yeah. Hold on. So this is my little. Doesn't mean how much I've rotated. Doesn't really tell me. Here we go, and that's also the other cool thing. So it's not completely being. I don't want to get technical. I just want to move it. Go away. And also it can go. Oh, that's because I'm going to distort. Keep it on uniform now. Can do this kind of thing. You can even move them around, which is very cool. I absolutely love this program. The only thing is some of the hand gestures or pen gestures. Like if I wanted to move this, it's not what. Maybe I have to go like that. Here we go. It doesn't quite latch on to what you want to do. Probably because I've got a broken screen. That'd be right. That half cloud. Let's have a look. I've got about half a page here. There's so much to learn on this program. I'm kind of, every now and then I'll watch a 5 or 10 minute video of some tips and tricks, and I've got to wait, kids. Keely, how you doing? Been up all night. Supposed to have surgery, but got put off 3 times now because hospital's too full of sick people. May have to go to the ER. Oh God, Keely, hope you're okay. I edited a new video last night trying watercolour. Cool, well, I hope you're alright, Keely. It sounds not good at all. So what I am doing is just creating these background for what I think was page 15. Starting off with the bare basics. Hills, clouds. Gonna bring in some trees in a bit. And yes, I don't think I've seen you, Keely, since we started the second Elijah Crumpet kids book, which is very exciting to be doing that. Absolutely powering ahead this time. Just the difference that Procreate makes, and also kind of knowing what we're doing a bit this time, and also the fact that all. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of that one. And I'll move them around. Go to sleep, kids, go to sleep. Oh yeah, so we're on our bus Millie. I think you're following on Instagram, Keely, our bus Millie. So I've basically got a desk set up on top of my steering wheel, and the kids are in the bunk about halfway back in the bus, and if I talk too loud or whatever, get excited, drink too much coffee, they start making noises. I think that one's got to go down. It's all like I'm arranging clouds here. It's getting like, I think you can go mad arranging clouds. Oh wow. Can I stop and start the live stream even if the kids wake up? I have been thinking of an idea. I'm just working on another doodly while I listen. Watching you sketch helps me feel better. Oh, that's great, Keely. Great. It's making you feel a bit better. I'm going to have a sip of my coffee as well. This is not too many clouds normally up here. Okay. So I was thinking of a plan of attack for when the kids wake up is within the Prism Live Studio you can mute the microphone, which is a good start, and I can have like a full length or a partially sped up version of my time lapse from the night before with some background music on and maybe a title, intermission, or back with you soon. So that might be how I can do it. So grab this page, we're in Procreate here, Keely. Go to stack these suckers, so we get before I do that, I'll bring that back in my first things first. I have to, this is the one thing I don't like, to duplicate it you pull up this screen and delete is right next to duplicate. It's a bit scary. So bring that out into the main file area, bring the stack of coloured backdrops on top of that, and here we go, we can start the colouring in now. So we'll go, now I can at this point merging more down then, except we'll delete that one. And then bring in some colour. So it's like someone's about to fall out of bed. Hopefully not. This is what they call in the trade as being authentic, isn't it? Now, here's where I wanted to just do a temporary line. It's interesting, maybe I'll do it, yeah, no, I'll do it as a line, just to connect them up so I can colour. Wow, it's coming alive. Yeah, it does come together really quick in Procreate. Once you've got all the line work in place, it starts to move along quite fast, which was certainly beats Adobe Draw. that's what I'll start with for now. So this is going to be a bit of a stream, but I'll work out my rocks and stuff in a second. I'm just going to try and get my cloud colouring right. Those clouds are green. What are they doing green? Just a tinge grey, off-white. I'm on the wrong layer. No, I'm on the right layer. Here we go. And I think slightly grey clouds is good for here. I'm thinking a bit of late in the evening. There's an element of mystery to this. There's kind of a sighting of a rare animal in the Australian bushland, or potential, rare animal. Could be a yowie. I heard about yowies recently. Part of the Aboriginal myth and legend. Well, myth, it might not be a myth, it might be real. So a bit of yowie spotting in the Queensland bush. Except this documentary I saw, there's a couple of actors wandering around in beautiful bushland. It was a really weird kind of new approach at documentary filmmaking. It's more like wallpaper for your TV than it is a documentary. Lots of, if you know the filmmaker Terrence Malick, it's kind of lots of running your hand over grasses and stuff like that in slow motion, which get a little bit annoying at times. But that's just grumpy old me. I'm not really that grumpy. Okay, now this is one of my favourite things to do here, is make another layer, go behind and create the sky. And to create the sky, I like to go into my paint brushes, like to go with where I just like to go. We'll go there and get some blues. Starting off with some kind of, I'll try and work out, so I'll go from that. So I'll kind of go from there across to there. So starting here, brush side. And go like that. And now bring it in a bit lighter. And now bring it in a bit lighter still. And now bring it in a bit lighter still. And you could possibly leave it like this, And then you get your good old smudgy finger out. And smudge it out. Great effects you can get in Procreate. I love the textures, that's what Illustrator Draw was really missing. And as I said, you probably can do this kind of effect work in Adobe Illustrator anywhere near as intuitive as it is in Procreate. And in Procreate, you can create your own brushes as well. Just something I'd like to, fine tune kind of what brushes I like to use and stuff like that. Keely, I've got to go. Have a good day. I hope you get better soon, Keely. I hope it's not too serious what you have to have done. Obviously it is serious because you've got to go to hospital, but yeah, best of luck. Okay. Up here. Making those gum trees was a great investment in time. It certainly was. I'm getting my money's worth out of those gum trees. Yeah, I had a feeling when you initially were talking. About the book, and I thought, yep, lots of trees, sounds like lots of work. How can we make our work a bit easier? I think this is my favourite one out of the gum trees. I might even, depending on time allowed, I might do a few more as well. Time permitting, there's lots of stuff to do on the time permitting list. I just love it when you can lay them over like this and you've got the branches crisscrossing. Could make some smaller ones, and that dead one that Sebastian suggested, yeah, and that could, the dead one could easily be an adjusted one that I already have. I wonder where Sebastian is tonight. He was on, Sebastian was in the night that but you weren't around, Rob. So he's back a couple of times, which is cool. Now that one needs to go behind that one. So I've got a regular. Good to have a regular. There we go. Might bring this one up big in the foreground. Maybe. A matter of layering. Yeah, I'm liking that. I'm not sure what's happened there. Maybe I've cut off some. Let me go with a artistic. It's just a bit of a straight line. A bit too straight for my liking. I reckon we put out an award for the regular. Someone can win an item of their choosing to be added on the page. Everyone who attends can submit an entry. Yeah, no, that's cool. I remember or take a section of tree you have done and graft it onto another tree section. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yep. Because what has happened in the past as well, in the old in the Motivate Man book, I was doing the explosion of stationery, And you know, I was drawing scissors and sticky tape and all this kind of stuff, and had Kevin from Making Sawdust on, and I was going, what else can I draw? What else can I draw? He's going, a stapler, and I went, oh great, a stapler. And so we incorporated a stapler into it, and it actually was one of my favourite bits about drawing, because I not only did the stapler as I did all the little staples flying out of a stapler, and you know, I think Kevin's pretty happy that I got to put in what he suggested as well. So I think it's one of those things that is a nice interactive part of the live, when you can kind of ask people's opinions on things, and they can have a bit of input. I think we go another one of the big ones. Just coming in from the edge. And the good thing is as well, so we've got, where's that one back there? Is it that one? No, is it that one? Yes, it is that one. Go like so, and we hit distort. I can do things like narrow it, kind of mess with the angling of it a bit, and make it a bit unique as well. We do a warp, oh yeah. It looks a bit too warped. So yeah, just to make it look a bit unique. There's a green stapler and a purple one. Yes, and that was in the whirlwind. Yeah, page 5, I can see the staples. Yeah. So along here, okay, we're getting up on our trees. So I'm just going to muck around with this creek a bit before I put some stones in. And then I'll start bringing in some stones. Go right out and I'll erase and smudge and shade. And I'm not going to do too much shading now, that will come later when I'm applying shadows and highlights to everything. And for writing on another piece, Roman or something, it's funny, I never focused in on those until just now. I just noticed a green ghost figure on a sheet of paper in that scene too. What was that? A green ghost figure. And the writing on another piece, Roman or something. It's funny, I never focused in on those until just now. I'm not actually sure. I'll have to, so are you looking at the whirlwind page, Rob? You're not allowed to find anything wrong with it. It's like a bowling pin with eyes. I'm on page 5, flying. Motivate man. Bowling pin with eyes. I don't know what you're talking about. Sound like a crazy man. Bowling pin with eyes. You didn't nod off, did you, Rob? Have some crazy dream. Oh, don't fix it for me. I want it all just the way it is, thank you very much. Maybe that was me late one night. a bowling pin with eyes, or I made a mistake. Please don't say I made a mistake. In the wee hours. It's highly likely. Now, let's just see, for argument's sake. Maybe go green. It's a bit more mossy green grey. Keep in mind these have to be shaded as well. Looks a bit flat at the moment, but and you know, maybe some grasses. Maybe there's a nice brush for doing grassy type things along the edge of the stream. Bit of a dry. Dry stream. Actually getting quite warm at the bus now. It's going to get down to -1 tonight. Sure, I'm glad we've got our heater installed. Okay. And some more of his coffee. It's turned into iced coffee again. Now, oops, use the wrong end of a pencil. Let's give that a go. Yeah, I like that colour. I like it so much, I'll do it as my leading stepping stone. Got the Gruffalo's child the other day too, Rob. It's pretty good as far as the sequels go. We got that one at Audi as well. We got the good kids books. I keep looking. One day there might be Motivate Man there in Audi. You never know. Yes, all the Gruffalo books are good, yeah. Well, all the Julia Dodson, like, yeah, what's the other one I really like is, what's it called again? A Squash and a Squeeze. It's like the ultimate kids book for minimalists, budding minimalists, Squash and a Squeeze. Don't know if you... Stickman is great too, yeah. No, we don't have a Stickman book, but we have seen it on ABC. So I think, Rob, this is going to be the great base for that page that we want. As I said, all of these greens will have shading added to them. There'll be highlights added to the rocks and things like this. So yes, a snail on the tail of a whale. Yes, snail and the whale. Yeah, that's a great one. We do have that book of that one. So I think this background is just about done. There will be more stuff happening to it once the characters go on, as I'm going to make the lighting a bit more twilighty. And just can I fix that cloud? What cloud? The one in the middle is annoying. The little one in the middle is annoying. Oh, this one. This one? That one. Is it on an angle? Well, it is on an angle, but... Good spotting. That's what I love about these live streams. Cool. Now let's have a look at this. We can show people how I do the time-lapse thing, which is really cool. So, go into the spanner icon, go to video settings. Now in the video settings recordings, you can do it as 2K, 4K, resolution, really high resolution exports of these time lapses, which is fantastic. Time-lapse recording is on. Export time-lapse video, full length, and I'll save the video. Now let's have a look. Here we go. Whoa, check this. Sorry, get a finger in the lens. That's what I'll add music to later. It looks so easy when you see it as a time lapse. Just coming together. So that's it. We're all done. So thanks Rob for joining, and we'll add some more details a bit later on and work on to the next background tomorrow. Okay, catch you later. Bye.